So exciting that we're filming Flat50 TV. Woohoo! Sat nav.
Shush.
Stop.
Shush.
You're not the star of this. Flat50 TV carpool karaoke rip-off. We're the stars. Showcasing new and established, exciting musical acts and artists.
Oh, yes. We're going to sort of say unsigned, is that the key?
Well, yeah, it's grassroots showcase, but then a lot of the music we will be looking at will be unsigned.
Yes.
A variation of musical acts from like indie rock to jazz, fusion and acoustic.
Yeah. We're trying to sort of look at what's going on at the moment in London, like sort of music.
Yeah, obviously we live in East London and a lot of the stuff we're promoting is in East London venues and stuff, but we don't want to restrict ourselves. How are you anyway? How was last night?
Yeah, good. No, it was good. I went down to watch one actually.
Oh, did you? Is that where Faye Patton was?
No, it was in Stratford Circus. That was my first time there.
Oh yeah, of course. Good old Stratford Circus.
I know. So yeah, I wanted to check it. I wanted to check it out for ages.
Yeah.
It's Ep.1 Jazz Sessions.
Were there some really good acts on with her?
No, it was just her.
Oh, her own thing.
Yeah. She's amazing.
Did she do like an hour or two set?
She done 2 1-hour sets. And even then, I know, and she had lots more as well.
And did she have a band with her, or was it just?
Yeah, so she had Jazzy Ron on bass. It's my first time seeing him actually, like playing outside of Branch 1. And then usually she has Ryan Pope on guitar, but he wasn't there last night. And then she had this drummer called Ian Hovis Grant, I think his name is. And they've been playing together for like 20 years or something.
Were you super impressed by like the sound and everything? And,
yeah, I thought it was really good.
Because I don't know how similar your songs are to hers. There must be an overlap in some way.
Oh, definitely. She's really eclectic, like I am really. And she was much more like Latin than what I thought she was going to be. So she's very it's very accessible. Like sort of, you could put it under, you know, sort of alternative pop, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh Julia, oh Julia,
The first one we're doing.
It's fun though. Like I really enjoyed interviewing Faye yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's my first one.
Hello, so today I'm at Stratford Circus for the Ep.1 Jazz Sessions, and joining me today is the wonderful, the incredible Faye Patton.
Hello.
Hello. Thanks so much for speaking to me.
You're welcome.
So Faye, can you tell us a little bit about yourself in a nutshell? So, where do you come from? Where are you based? Where did you start with the songwriting? How many instruments do you play?
Yeah. In a nutshell, right? Okay.
Yeah, go on.
So, I actually grew up in Devon. I grew up in Devon.
Yes.
But about 20 years ago, I ended up in London.
Okay.
And the rest is history, as it were.
Okay.
And I seem to have found myself in a sort of jazz world.
Yeah.
And that's where I do my sort of best work. Not everyone counts me as jazz. Some people think I'm not jazz enough for jazz. I sort of straddle a few kind of areas.
Yes.
But I broadly call myself new jazz. It's mostly original material, but with some classic standards written in. It's funky, it's melodic, it's accessible. It's pop people can listen to it, jazz people can listen to it, anyone can listen to it. It's love songs.
It's accessible.
And it's fun music about music, you know?
Yeah.
And it's me playing with my mates. That's one of my mates.
You're so popular.
Yeah, and I'm based in London now, so I'm really sort of doing my best to sort of make my inroads in London, and I feel like I've got my foot in the door.
Yeah, you definitely
in one of the hardest cities in the world to get your foot in the door in. So I'm just enjoying that little kind of, I have arrived, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying that momentum.
Well, I heard about you long before I met you, so yeah. So your reputation precedes you.
Good. That's what it's all about.
And how many instruments do you play?
Okay, so I'm most trained in the guitar. That's where I've got my qualifications. But I also picked up piano as a child. I did classical piano, but I didn't like the music written for classical piano. I didn't like it at all. It was just boring and sort of stultifying. I wanted to write my own music. But I do love the music that's written for classical guitar.
Okay.
So as I've gotten older, I've tried to sort of bring the guitar and the piano into what I do, and I sing. I do actually play the bowral, which is an Irish traditional drum.
Yes, oh my god, that's amazing.
You don't get to see me do it in the
That's a shame. And what would you say your influences are?
Oh god!
Yeah.
everyone. Any big jazz, gospel or soul diva from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s or 80s. People like Little Richard, Sister Rosetta Tharpe.
Oh, amazing.
People who kind of came from a gospel world, combined it with rhythm and blues, when rhythm and blues was called rhythm and blues.
Okay.
Singers like Shaka Khan, who played with her band Rufus, who combined kind of jazz and funk with just the ability to experiment. People like Donald Fagen and Steely Dan, who took jazz and made their own sort of flavour with it.
Okay, well, this is exactly what you do, isn't it?
Yeah, people who don't sort of fit into any category, like Ricky Lee Jones, Rachel Farrell, the Japanese jazz pianist Hiromi Uehara, who doesn't sing, but she plays these sort of crazy compositions on piano.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And so tonight you're performing at Stratford Circus.
Yep.
But what other venues and festivals have you played at? Any favourites?
My favourites at the moment, I play every 4 months or so. I play at the Green Note in their speakeasy basement. It's lovely. It's amazing. With Ian, my drummer, we do a duo there. And every 6 months or so, I play with my quartet at Toulouse-Lautrec.
Yes, I keep seeing your name appearing.
So I have and now I seem to have a sort of relationship with East London, this East London venue. So that's my sort of triangular basic operations.
That's great. They're great venues for you to play. Yeah. And is there any song that you're playing at the moment, whether it be one of yours or a cover, that's kind of your favourite to play?
They're all favourites. They're all kind of important. Yeah. We're really enjoying Danceland. We do a cover of Randy Crawford and Joe Sample's classic Danceland.
You're doing that tonight?
We're doing it tonight.
Yes. I've
done my own arrangement of it, and we're enjoying that. Yeah.
Okay. And so what's next? Obviously, you're doing all these gigs regularly. Have you got any more recordings coming or anything like that?
In order to record, I need money.
Dinero.
Money.
Okay, which brings me on to where can people find your music so they can buy your CDs?
Yeah. Good. Okay, so you can find me on. You can find me on SoundCloud and Bandcamp and CD Baby. You can find me on Jazz CDs, which is like an independent, funded by what used to be Jazz Services. It's an internet thing. It's like a UK jazz-based thing. So you can buy my digital stuff there. You can come to a gig and buy an old-fashioned CD with beautiful artwork.
Are you selling anything tonight?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm selling Dangerous Loving for £12. And my previous recording, Going Solo.
Oh, okay, I saw that.
So you get like a sort of variety of things.
Amazing. And we can find all of this information on your website, is that right?
FayePatton.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I thought I'd end on a bit of a fancy question.
Yeah.
What do you think are the essential requirements to keep music alive?
From the point of view of a musician or a punter or just...
musician, go on.
Okay, well, so I also educate, I teach, and the essential thing to keep music alive is that children have to have the opportunity to play music.
Yes.
And to be taught how to play music, and to be taught how to read and write on their stave, and to pick up instruments from a very, very early age. So it's all about having that environment at an early age.
Okay, amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Faye.
You're welcome.
Giving me your time, and you're about to step on stage.
Yes,
so
indeed.
I'm very lucky.
Indeed.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
And so I guess back to the studio. You know they're planning on doing a massive music festival here next summer.
Oh no.
Get on that.
Is that like a Newham Council thing, or?
But how I found out about it was on like the Forest Gate page on Facebook. Yeah. Everyone's in uproar about it. They don't want it. They're like, let's go and protest it.
Oh my god!
And I'm like,
there's that many houses that are close to these fields.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Oh, come off a bit.
Ridiculous.
It's so.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to get some Flat 50 acts on the festival, and I'm sure you could probably grab a slot if you get in there early.
But it's going to be quite big, I think. That's why people are going nuts about it.
It's a massive space, isn't it?
Like they're gonna actually block it off and have tickets.
If they've got a stage where I'm assuming they're going to have some like acts that will draw in crowds, because there's quite a big field and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just like Hugh did in Tinsfield with the old Stranglers.
Oh yeah.
Just a little nod to the...
What's what you were doing then?
Yeah, I know,
like,
yeah. Supermaning.
What happened?
What? Sign these.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was at Tinsfield the year that the Aid Edmondson's band was playing.
The Bad Shepherds.
That's it, the Bad Shepherds.
They were quite entertaining, weren't they?
I like them.
Yeah, they were good. That was a good. That was a good night. That was a good gig.
Yeah.
It was nice, like sitting with everybody, all the musicians from London, in a different place, and just having everybody there to like drink and have fun and support each other.
Really nice. And that's how I feel like I really got to know Del a bit more.
Yeah, so Del is unavailable today because he's going to a boxing match, because obviously Dishy Tangent practice above a boxing gym. Because of like the history we've got with Dishy Tangent, with Del being in bands with me and then in bands with them, and that sort of link across, bringing them to Tinsfield, them playing more Flat50 nights than any other band, apart from How the Leaves and Nerve Collection.
Really? Oh my
yeah,
God,
it's like Dishy Tangent, Nerve Collection, How the Leaves have played the most Flat50 nights. I brought like a few changes of outfits, just in case, you know.
Oh my God, I love the fact that you think like this, because I think like this all the time, and I get annoyed with other people that they don't.
Yeah, like, why have you just come with one, change of clothes? Like, I'm wearing red and now you're wearing red. Did I tell you that I was filming on Wednesday?
I was just nodding along
for a TV show.
But I was just pretending that I remembered.
Right.
No, tell me.
Okay, so it's like a Sky TV show, and
I love it.
just before they were about to like bring us on set to like shoot it, they said they didn't need us anymore, and like this woman had dressed up like 10 people, and it'd taken about 4 hours. And she changed my jacket and my waistcoat and my shirt like 3 times, and then was like, "Okay, perfect, darling." She was like proper
you were
cliche.
like a walking piece of art.
Yeah, and she kept coming up to me like when we were just about to go on film. She kept coming up to me like pulling my scarf and stuff and saying like, "You're drunk. You've taken drugs. You're at a party. You don't look perfect." So, and then everyone was really excited, like, "We're going to be filmed." And then they just said, "Go back to your holding bus because something's gone wrong." So we all went home, but it was good to like get paid for just doing admin.
Being dressed, yeah. How can you see anything to even get around the car?
I know, it's kind of 50-50.
It's just like, I don't know, I think the road's here.
Your destination is on the right.
Oh, blimey. Where, what destination?
Oh, this is like the pickup point for Argos. No wonder it's so fucked up.
Do you want me to run in and get it?
Yeah, wait a minute, you could do. It's all kicking off and Waltham still looking at
what?
Big,
oh my God, there's
bear.
a big teddy bear. That's just
crazy.
That's just really weird. I love the way it's just.
Am I allowed to go down there?
It's just.
Am I allowed to go down there?
No, that's the market. You can't drive on the market.
I can't. All right, okay, mate.
Oi, teddy bear man, move. Go, go, go.
Jesus.
Some good driving though.
Thanks, Walthamstow. Oh, thank you, Kate. Okay. Right, let's go get this mic.
Woo!
Yeah,
to be
it's
able
just
to like
everything that
to
goes
get
with
people
it.
interested in music, people actually respond much more before they press play. They're more likely to press play if they know a bit about your backstory first.
Right.
So the story's the most important thing.
Yeah.
So it's one thing, just doing a live session with a band, but to find out a little bit more about them.
Yeah.
What's their story? What's your name? Where'd you come from? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
It just makes it more interesting. Well, Flat50 changed my life.
Well, yeah, I know it can in different ways, can't it? Without money being involved.
Well, you're the
it's
one
more
that,
about opportunities, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you were at my second ever open mic.
Mhm.
When I only had 2 songs, and I think I still read
I remember.
it from, yeah.
And your shoulder-length hair.
Oh yeah. And then you was like, give me a call. And then
Here's a Flat 50 card,
girl. And I sort
girl.
of went on my own little journey, and I remember then reaching out to you because I was like, oh, it would be good to do more like stuff with you guys.
Yeah.
And then you introduced me to Ep.1. I was there last night.
Was that the first gig you did? For Flat 50?
Yes, that was my first
No
gig.
way.
So then
With
that
Davy
was
James?
Yes, so Davy James.
Who else played?
I feel like Elisa was definitely there.
Elisa might have done, yeah, and then I did a jam after because I know Hadden Lee's didn't play, but that's why I was sort of started the jam after with David Warren and Sam on guitar.
Yeah.
And all the guys.
All the guys.
Yeah,
no, that's really cool.
So Flat 50 changed your life, Kate. Oh, tell me more.
I'm not going to say too much. You won't be able to get out the car.
I know, yeah. We'll be like, but we're all talked out now. But I've got the lights on us and everything.
No, it did, because it introduced me to Ep.1, and Ep.1 is really where I found my legs.
Yeah.
You know,
you got to cut your teeth, as they say, in terms of forming different musicians.
As well, yeah. And it's my first time working with musicians on my staff. And then, and then the rest is history. So 5 years later.
Yeah.
Do you know it's the anniversary today? It's like the birthday of my EP. So I
oh,
released
really?
it a year ago
Today?
Yeah,
Happy EP anniversary. The Lions Roar by Kate Thomas, available on all online platforms now. Bye. So, Kate, you also put together the Sounds Like London playlist on SoundCloud?
No,
on Spotify.
On Spotify.
Sorry. I did that. So, Kate, you also put the...
I think it was the month of June. Our mayor basically made an effort. Yeah, Sadiq. Was trying to sort of promote grassroots music.
Is that over now? Have they done the promoting of that?
Yeah, it was kind of like the special month for June, so that's kind of why I've kind of left it on Spotify for now. So it's like the playlist. I may do something more of it, I'm not sure. Yeah,
so it's like an evolving playlist full of acts that have been playing around on the London scene for the last few years.
Yes, so it's kind of...
And it's super eclectic.
A finger on the pulse with what's kind of going on the grassroots music scene in London right now. But that means it's really eclectic. So it goes from singer-songwriters through to there's a metal band on there.
Whoa.
There's a metal band on there.
Hold on to your faces, guys.
Jazz, jazz artists, world music. There's some gypsy stuff on there. There's indie rock stuff on there. There's some rappers on there. It's literally got everything.
So there's no barriers on that one.
Yeah. Sounds Like London, because London's just so eclectic, isn't it?
Yeah, so follow Sounds Like London playlist on Spotify, everybody. Download that, listen to that.
Yay.
Also, if you're going to do that, listen to the Flat 50 Records compilation album.
Well, a lot of I used that to get a lot of the stuff as well.
Okay, well, 2 birds with 1 stone there. But no, it's good that we've both got those albums to then sort of pick acts from, to showcase, because we've obviously already started a working relationship with them in that way.
So, you went to Brighton last week, right?
It's down to Brighton to see David Apps.
And David Apps is an artist?
David Apps is an artist from East London who has been here for years.
That's amazing.
He makes really cool frames by hand that he makes from all different objects that he finds and toys, so they look like gothic frames. He's got his own gallery now, near Brighton.
Wow.
Because he's an old punk, and obviously I'm working with photographer Chris Craske.
Yes.
And he has lots of music photography when he was working for record labels in the 80s and 90s and 70s.
Wow.
So he's got like these amazing pictures of like the Ramones and the Clash and the Stranglers. So yes, it's a really good opportunity to get two artists that I've been working with on the Flat 50 to work together, to collaborate. So we've got like David Apps
so cool.
selling Chris Craske's music punk photography images in his punk shop.
How did you meet him?
I was doing some exhibitions and music nights at the Hub in Canning Town.
Yeah.
And because he had put exhibitions on himself there in the past,
yes.
I guess he'd sort of seen or heard from someone he knew that I was doing that.
Okay.
And he turned up with his camera. He listened to like Elisa play some music. He listened to friend Sam and a few other people. And he quite liked the artwork, he quite liked the music, and he just kept in touch from then. So I'd always put his work up at Flat 50 nights when I was selling artwork and raffling it off, as well as having live music.
Okay.
So David Apps has been like a part of like Flat 50 artists for a long time. And so is Chris Craske, to be honest. And I met Chris Craske in the same way. Like, he just came to an event that I was putting on because he's like an old photographer, you know, who used to work for these record labels and wanted to start taking pictures of new bands in the local area.
Right.
And then while he was at these nights, he would tell me that he'd taken pictures of Bob Marley and the Ramones and the Clash and all these people. Actually, I was like, go on, let's have a meeting one day then. And he showed me them, and I was like, no fucking way. Like, and who's helping you with these? Like, who's selling them for you? And he was like, no one. So he asked me to be his photo agent. I've tried loads of stuff with him, you know. I've put on exhibitions of his stuff in like Stratford Picture House Cinema. I've put on exhibitions of his stuff in like.
Have you got an exhibition there at the moment in Stratford? I should have gone in there yesterday.
Yeah, we've got Megan Waters, an illustrator from East London, has her has her illustrations up in the Picture House at the moment. And then in November, I've got Susanna Hatvani.
She's still breathing, she's alive.
Oh, it does look cool. Alright, beer, gym, music and books.
And the pain bites trust. Then she was sober. He was looking just like, what the fuck are you doing? I think so.
Maybe we should go and speak to them and see if they're interested in an acoustic night.
Yeah.
We could speak to them now, maybe. I mean, I'll wait for Yates to get back to me.
The guy that owns it is the one that's standing outside.
Is it really?
But I
might just quickly talk to him and just see what the situation is. I'm just going to quickly look in this place.
Yeah. Can we come with it?
Yeah. Just popped into the Wanstead Tap with Kate, check it out. Local venue, inquiring about seeing if we can showcase some of our acoustic acts in here. Watch this space.
Hi guys, if you enjoyed Flat 50 TV today, you can keep up to date with all future shows at Flat 50 Arts on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and Twitter. Until next time.